I'm Asher Albert Waxman, and I'm here with Antoni Cimolino, who is the artistic director of the Stratford Festival. You are the artistic director, and you have been here for more than half your life, and more than half of the festival's life as well. If you could go back to your first year as an actor in 1988 as the first soldier in All's Well That Ends Well, what would you tell yourself?
I think that sometimes when you're young, you don't know how the future's going to unfold, so you get a little bit headstrong and worried, and I would have told myself to relax. Easier to say when you're my age than to do it when you're yours.
I'm playing the boy in Waiting for Godot, and we open on May 31st. I think that for kids, Waiting for Godot seems adult, but it's really interesting because it deals with things that a lot of kids can relate to. Like for my generation, Gen Alpha, we're waiting and we're told what to do, and maybe we're not sure why, but we don't want to make a mistake. And that's like my character, the boy. We're online with Minecraft and Roblox, and we're always waiting or seeking something like stimulation, and we're always waiting for updates. We see adults talking about the world and the politics of today, and they're all waiting for something to happen or for this period to end. Here's a situation where two people are waiting together, and they can't figure out the algorithm, and the updates aren't coming, just like the server crashed. And I think a lot of kids can relate to that. You have accomplished so much here. So I'm wondering, what made you want to show a play like Waiting for Godot in your last season at the festival?
Beckett, who wrote Waiting for Godot, really has a way of putting his finger on the craziness, the absurdity of modern life. And I feel that play, for the reasons that you beautifully articulated, kind of speaks to us today, where what's going on seems at times meaningless, at times cruel, and we're hoping that things change. And maybe the world was always like that, Asher. Maybe if you had asked that same question 150 years ago, people would say, when does the madness stop? So it kind of sums up an element of the human experience.
What other plays at the Stratford Festival should kids see this year?
Well, in this year, we're also doing The Hobbit,
Yeah.
which is a fantastic retelling of the very famous story, and of course, all those Lord of the Rings movies. It's a great story because it's about the most unlikely person going on an adventure and saving the world. And that can be done by any of us if we throw ourselves into it and believe in ourselves. So that's great. That's at the Avon Theatre. Midsummer Night's Dream, which is going to be here at the Tom Patterson, is also something young people will really enjoy. The Tempest, which we're doing at the Festival Theatre, is about an island that is magical and has strange creatures on it and is full of adventure. And then Something Rotten. It's a musical about William Shakespeare and a group of writers at his time who invent musical theater. It's kind of a fantasy, but it's delightful. So there's a lot of things that young people might want to see.
I also have friends like Gordon Miller, who's acting in Waiting for Godot with me, and Vivian Abbey, who's acting in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Why do you think the Stratford Festival is so important for kids?
Well, there's a lot of people who first started working here, like Graham Abbey as well, who's directing Midsummer Night's Dream and is an actor, and it was life-changing for him. Your grandfather, who is a phenomenal guy, huge talent, wonderful person, real artist. It was great that he brought Adam here and that Adam eventually worked here. I mean, it can change lives. To see the work here, when I was a teenager, I came here and it changed my life. I was so blown away by the work on the stage and the quality of it, but also the Festival Theatre, where you're right now doing Waiting for Godot. I just felt the relationship between the audience and what was happening on the stage was so immediate and present, and the audience was part of that. Here at Stratford, it felt like the audience and the play were one. When you get out there, you realize you're completely surrounded by the audience. They are part of it. There's no hiding on the festival stage. And
It's all around.
Right. So I felt like there was a connection to the theater, which was stronger than I'd ever experienced. And I felt the theater mattered more than ever before. When you're young, you haven't seen a whole bunch of things, and sometimes you see something that really just touches your heart and changes who you are. And so I feel like bringing young people to the Stratford Festival is really critically important. Thank you for this, Asher. I really appreciate your questions, also your work. I can't wait to see you in Waiting for Godot as a boy.
Thank you.
Cheers.
It was really nice talking to you.
A pleasure.
Waiting for Godot is directed by Molly Atkinson, who's really fun and smart. It stars incredible actors like Paul Gross, Tom McCamus, Johnny Goad, and David Keeley. It's incredible to watch them work. And this production is going to be awesome, and everyone should see it. And this is a really great season. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Asher.